Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the new Colourpop Sandstone collection. Now I know there's a lot of backlash that Colourpop got because of this collection due to the packaging and cultural appropriation and things like that. I do want to start off this video by saying that Colourpop did release a statement saying that they are going to be changing the packaging and some of the shade names. I don't know if they're going to change all the shade names, but I decided to still go ahead and film this video because the colors and the formula and everything else in this collection will be the same. The only thing that's going to be different is the packaging. When they do release the new packaging and the new revamp on this collection, you might want to purchase it. But I want to go ahead and take a look at all the products and the colors and see if they'll work for you. In the meantime, when that revamp comes out, you'll know exactly what you want to purchase. So let's go ahead and start off with the eyeshadow palette. This is Colourpop's first 20 pan eyeshadow palette, and let me just tell you guys, I love this. I love this. This is the perfect size. It's just a little bit longer than the 15 pan eyeshadow palettes. I personally really enjoyed this palette. I love the look I created. This is more of an everyday palette, but I also feel like this is the perfect palette for the fall time. And not only that, but Colourpop took their hand at square pans. I know, this looks crazy. Colourpop does not do square pans, so I know a lot of people were shook because of the square pans, but I actually really like them. I think it's something very different for Colourpop, and I really do enjoy the sizing. I don't know if this is true, but I personally think they did square pans because it's an easier fit. But I did really enjoy every shade that I used in this palette. So of course I started off with my transition shade, which was this color right here. I'm not going to say the shade names, but I'm just going to tell you guys the colors that I used. So I did use this shade right here, which is like this brick red color, as my transition shade, and this was the perfect shade I could have started off with in the crease. It blended out beautifully, as all of Colourpop's shadows do. I really loved how beautiful this looked against my skin color. It just was such a beautiful shade. I don't know, I don't have another shade like this. Honestly, I don't have a palette like this in my collection. I'm not really a neutral kind of girl, but this palette really spoke to me. I love earth tone colors. That's the kind of colors that I wear all the time on a regular basis when it comes to outfits. So this palette was just like a dream for me. I ended up putting this shade, this darkest shade in the palette, in my crease alone because I knew I wanted to do a cut crease. I love my beautiful cut creases. I have hooded eyes, so cut creases are like my go-to kind of thing. And I really enjoyed this shade. I love that they put this dark brown in here because it is the perfect shade. Like, you gotta have either a black or a dark brown in a palette just to make it complete if you really want to like smoke it out, or, you know, go a little bit sultry with your looks. Side note, I did not see how much this palette retails for, but this retails for $22, which I think is such a good price point. Okay, so then once I cut the crease, which I'm going to tell you what I used to cut the crease in a second, I ended up putting this shade right here. It's this beautiful duochrome kind of shade. I knew I wanted to put this shade on the lid because it's like a duochrome green kind of shade. I really love this shade. And then in the outer corner, of course, I ended up putting the brown shade back in the outer corner because I love a nice, gorgeous, smoky, like kind of brown eye. That's just my thing. So I did put this shade in my inner corner for a nice, gorgeous inner corner highlight. You always gotta have an inner corner highlight because, like, why not? Like, you gotta have one, you know what I mean? Let's talk about these cream shadows. So I do own 3 from the Wild Nothing collection, and I love those. I use those to set like as eyeshadow primers kind of things. And I really love those. They're all matte and there's no shimmer in them. But these have shimmer. Kind of have like gold little specks of shimmer in here, which is very noticeable. It's very noticeable. So I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what. I got these 2 shades. I got these 2 darkest shades in this collection because they were different from the ones I had from the Wild Nothing one. These both retail for $8 each. I ended up using this like brick red one because I really love this color. It's really gorgeous. And I use this to kind of cut my crease. How did it work out for me? It didn't work out as good as I wanted it to. It's not a cut crease kind of shade. It's like, you want this color on the lid kind of shade, put it on the lid, but cutting the crease, girl, you're asking for too much. So that's how this shade was. So that's why I ended up mixing that green shade into the cream shadow shade, and together they are the perfect pair. And I cannot complain. I just think that those two really complement each other. So that was, the look ended up like actually working out for me. And at the end of the day, I really, really love this look. It's very neutral, but I really, really like it. Like, it's really pretty. This is like my kind of palette. These shades in here are really gorgeous. Let's talk about these cream gel liners. You guys know I love me some cream gel liners. Any collection that has cream gel liners from Colourpop, I'm going to buy it. I'm just telling you guys right now, I'm going to buy these cream gel liners. Whatever they release, as long as it's not a repeat shade, I'm gonna buy it. And all of these are stunning. Like, you guys see the swatches, they're beautiful. But the one that I'm like, this is like gorgeous, is this green shade right here, this green metallic, which I did end up putting on my lower lash because I had to. If you're gonna pick up any cream gel liner from this collection, pick up the green one because it is metallic, and I know some people don't like a metallic liner, but it's like really gorgeous. It actually shows up very pigmented, and you can actually see the gorgeous metallic stuff in it, you know? So I really enjoy that. All of these shades are gorgeous, and they're perfect. They're like the perfect shades. These three are perfect to add into my cream gel liner collection. Okay, so we have a product from Soul Body that I did pick up. I think this one might stay, if I'm not mistaken. The Soul Body line. This is the shade Mai Tai, and I actually think that this is the perfect Soul Body dried shimmer oil spray, whatever it's called, for people of color. I think that this is gorgeous. It doesn't, like, once blended out on the skin, it doesn't look like white champagne-y, you know what I mean? Like, there's some shimmering dry oils that I own where it's like, I don't really like how you look on the skin, but you're a really gorgeous color. But this one, I am loving. It's kind of like, look at this. Like, I'm glowing. This shade is gorgeous. It's a mini, so this retails for $10, which I think is such a good price. But I think this is my new favorite shimmering dry oil from Soul Body because it is the perfect shade for me. And it matches my skin tone very well once blended out on the skin. So I really, really did enjoy this product, and I'm happy that I picked it up. Lastly, I picked up one lippy stick from this collection. There's like maybe 4 in total. And I I've never tried the lippy sticks before. And this does retail for $8 or $7. It'll be on the screen. But I really liked it. The formula is pretty like lipsticky, but like, I don't know, it's kind of a lipsticky kind of formula and application wise type of thing, but I actually really enjoyed it. I have the color on right now. Once I put it on, I felt like it was missing something, so I ended up going in with a Colourpop Luxe Gloss. This is in the shade Dream Queen, so I just picked something that I thought was kind of similar to this lipstick shade, but I'll keep wearing it. It's a really nice, it goes very well with this eye look, so I like it together. So whenever I pull out this palette, I think I'll pull out this lippy stick because I do like this subtle lip kind of look. All in all, I actually really enjoyed the colors in this collection. I think they're very earth tony and really gorgeous, and I love those kind of colors because they really bring out nice highlights of skin tone. I don't know if that's like weird to say, but that's what I've noticed with colors like these. They really work well. Once Colourpop does their revamp and their repackaging and everything like that, I would really recommend picking up this palette. Shades in here are very stunning, and I think that this is a perfect palette for the fall time. So if you're really wanting a nice everyday palette for the fall, you want your fall colors, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this eyeshadow palette. It's really gorgeous. I think this is one of my favorite cohesive collections and palettes that Colourpop has launched in a very, very, very long time. And that's a lot to say. That's a lot to say. Given the backlash with this collection, I do think the color story is phenomenal, and I think that these colors pair so well together. So I really, really do commend them for this color story. And then also, I would pick up the cream gel liners. Any collection that has these, I would pick these up because these are always a win in my book. You can't go wrong with cream gel liners, for real. And then lastly, what I would say is worth the pickup is this right here. Especially if you are a person of color. Definitely try this out. I promise. You guys, look at how gorgeous this looks. It's like really glowy. You will love this. You will love this, okay? If you've been wanting to try these out for a while, I highly recommend the shade Mai Tai because it is amazing and it looks really gorgeous on my skin. So, you know, I really love how it looks. So those are my like standout shades from this collection. Cream shadows were okay. I'm not a fan of the shimmer that's in them, but it did end up looking really pretty mixed in with that color. I'm gonna continue to use them because hello, I paid for it, and you know, Colourpop doesn't do like returns or refunds and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep it, and of course I'm gonna use it. And then the lippy stick you can skip the lippy sticks to be well. I only tried this one. You might like other ones in the collection, but you can like this just was okay for me. I much prefer other lip formulas from Colourpop. So that's just my thoughts on that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I do have a giveaway going on my crayon case haul video, so go and check that out if you want to enter into the giveaway. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace!